Anyways, that's basically it for Fortnite. I'm pretty sure I've showed you everything that you can do. Currently, I am at level 20, like I said, and that's basically all it is. There is a certain level of, for instance, when you level certain weapons up, they get a elemental damage. You've got energy, nature, water, fire. Think of Pokemon. Fire beats nature. Water beats fire. Electric beats water. Nature beats electric. Rock, paper, scissors to an infinite amount. Um, yeah, that's basically it. I don't know why I started this video because it's only been a minute and I'm running out of things to say. Let's just go to Armory. Look at the schematics. These are the ones that I have. We'll start by going to ranged weapons. Personally, I like to use pistols. Don't ask me why. It's just something that I do. Junkyard Pal shoots through multiple enemies, shoots through enemies, so that when you got it stacked up down a corridor, which is my strategy, shoots right through them. Same amount of damage, I think. Can't really tell. As you can tell, I've leveled it up pretty much all the way for the second evolution. It has turned into nature damage, effective against water damage. Hasn't really come into play yet. Copper Thrasher, also a pistol. Automatic, only holds 20 rounds. Haven't evolved it yet. As you can tell, it takes 2,500 to evolve it. Not really interested. It already does 1,328 damage per second, which is above this one that's almost a 20. But I think it's orange. You can give it that much. But look at the things that can level up. I'm only halfway through, and I'm at level 10. And the next two are damage. If I can get to 20, plus 15, and plus 20. That's stacked. This one is more of a guilty pleasure than it is like a weapon that I actually use usually. It is a grenade launcher with at least 6, I want to say. Yes, magazine size is 6. Does explosive rounds. It just thoof, 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 thoof. Think Terminator 2. That's basically what you got. Yeah, the launcher does 452 damage. It's not a lot, but it does a good amount of splash damage. Critical hit damage is 140%. If I hit somebody in the face with this thing, they're done. Yeah, but like I said, they only use this in case of emergencies. Honestly, you get infinite ammo, which is nice. Problem is, durability is low. This one, for durability, 375. This one, 18. Jeez. That is a pretty big difference. It's 10 out of 20, this one. In fact, let's take a look at what it levels up to. 2,000. So you need 2,000 points to level it up more. It's only a blue. I enjoy the color blue, personally, but the rarity does not go up that high. Unfortunately. Blue is like the second color up. It's not really rare, it's just like okay. When you first get your weapons, don't sell, delete any of them. You don't know what you want until you play the game a little bit. Personally, I wish I had a double barrel shotgun. You know how many of those I deleted, freaking sold, freaking took apart for parts? Ugh, so many. I kick myself to this day. There was an over-under that was like a blue one that I was like, meh, blue, not great. Got rid of it. Ugh, wish I had that now. Anyways, this is a hand cannon. It uses, that's another thing. Each one of these weapons uses at least... most of these weapons use different kinds of ammo. This one uses medium ammo, light ammo, explosive ammo, which is, like I said, infinite. Heavy ammo, which is only used for 50 caliber sniper rifles, or hand cannons, which is what this is. This one of my favorites. It's modeled after the 1911. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. I want one so bad. Like in real life. It's a purple one. I got one from a loot llama a while back. It's pretty good. It's 10 out of 10. I can't evolve it just yet. It requires 2,000 points. Next one I'm going to evolve probably. The damage per second is 736. It's not high, but honestly, it holds enough rounds where it doesn't really matter. 16 rounds, each one does 122 damage. Like I said, it's not great, but I've been kind of loose in how I've been leveling up my items. I've been leveling up like everything. Shouldn't have been doing that. I could probably retire a few at this point. Now then. The next one is an automatic shotgun modeled after the AA-10. Let's take a look at that one. Drum clip. Holds 10 rounds. Shoots shotgun ammo. You saw me using that in another game. I was like, choom, 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 choom. 1,135 damage per second. Unfortunately, it is very, and I mean very, dependent on how close they are and what kind of enemy they are. Also purple, though. I say I want to over-under shotgun, but honestly, if I could level up this one a couple more times, it'll be fine. This, I don't... Why is that here? Recycle, confirm. I get 400 schematic just for turning that in. That one, can't get rid of it. Try to recycle it, can't be recycled. Try to upgrade it, can't be upgraded. Literally, it is only there in case you sell everything else and you need something to cover you until you can get by. Its damage per second cannot be leveled up. It's an assault rifle. The damage can't be leveled up. Everything is flat. Because there's 3 categories. There's your ranged weapons, melee weapons, and traps. Each one has things you can't get rid of. This one's a sword, a ruler sword. It's a sword made from a ruler. Literally, that's what it is. Like, you can see the knocks where it says the freaking distance involved. Barely. Anyways. Melee weapons, I've only got one that I want to keep, but it's mostly because I don't use melee weapons. I find that it's just a waste of space. Like, this game requires 2. There's a whole class involved with just one type, which is melee, but I just can't find myself to use this more often. In fact, the upgrade is 2,000. I don't want to spend that on this melee weapon. I would rather use it on a pistol. I might have to reconsider after a while because this does energy damage and I don't have any other weapons to do that. This copper wrench, I only keep it, again, for in case my friend wants to play and I want a lowbrow. Can't get rid of that. Traps. There are 3 kinds of traps. Wall, ceiling, floor. If the game gives you a certain amount of them. This healing one, can't get rid of it. I think that's it though. All the other ones you can get rid of if you want. But some of them are downright detrimental. Detrimental means bad. They're downright necessary. This is a jump pad for direction. Keep that. Because you would be surprised how many times I'm just like, man, I need to move across the map faster. This one, jump pad up. You hit it, flies you up into the air at least 2 levels. Pretty nifty if you're trying to get up to the top and you don't want anybody following you, because otherwise you'd have to just build a bridge and people would follow you and it's this whole thing. But personally, I like to hold on to one of each, but there's a bunch of them that are just adding up and I'm just like, I don't know if I should get rid of it or not. That's basically it. They have one for all of them in case you want to. It's a little confusing though because it's like it doesn't go by rarity. It goes by what is favorited, which is up to here, and then it goes by rarity, which is pretty dumb. Because I'd rather it was like orange, purple, 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 blue, 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 green, green, green. But that's not the way it goes. Once you get past a certain point, you can use a collection book. And the collection book, all it is it's just another way to level up stuff. As you can see, I am level 34. Well, it says 35, but I'm level 34 up to 35 with this collection book. Because what you do is you go to a certain level. For instance, this one is ninjas. Go to ninjas. When you have a person unlocked, for instance, I have this guy. A blue ninja. That is this particular person. You can select it. Select that guy. And it'll ask you if you want to select and be permanently removed and added to your collection book. You push yes. It adds him in there, and as you can barely see it in the back there. The blue bar goes green up to a certain point. That's because the heroes are very, very important. I'm not going to do that because I've done that already, and I've kind of regretted it. Personally, though, I really want to get that XP. That's hero XP. So, oh, frick. Damn it, picked the wrong one. Collection book. As you can see, it has different categories. So when you get something new, if you don't want it, you can put it in the collection book. This is why I have so little things, because I put everything in the collection book. Freaking survivors, assault rifles, pistols, shotguns, sniper rifles, explosive weapons, swords, axes, spears. If there's something that can be put in there, it'll have like a black number next to it. Hardware. Oh, there we go. Weaponized tools. Oh, okay. And if you get something that you can, that is better than the one that's already listed, you can put it in there. But it'll get rid of the one that's in there, and it'll turn it into XP. Basically, if you don't like the item and you never want to see it again, you can put it in this book. But if you get a better weapon, for instance, it says 5 in the top left corner. The reason why it's asking me to turn it in is because there is one that it's like a level 6 or something that they want me to turn it in. I mean, not level, power. Top left. Power 6 or something. And they want me to turn it in for a better one. Like I said, I want to, well, the only reason I want to hold on to it is because one of the constructors has a special, but only for hardware weapons, and that's what that is. So I'm keeping that. But yeah, basically what you would do is select it, and it'll ask you a few times if you want to do it, if you want to do this one. Personally, I would suggest keeping all weapons and schematics until you're a certain level, because like I said, I regret so many of the things that I've done with those. Resources, there's not a lot to it. Founders, teammate XP boost and XP boost. I've got a few of these and a few of these because I never use them. I would rather just play the game. But boosts are important because they'll actually, like I said, they'll give you boosts. Which means better loot crates, which means better equipment afterwards. There's not much I can tell you about that. Okay, these are all for when you want to evolve stuff. The weapon designs, trap designs, and training manual. Training manuals you need for heroes and survivors. Trap designs, obviously traps, weapon designs for weapons. I have 13,000 survivor XP. I should probably use that.